Hi, Vickie Crystalline here. So I want to share an experience that just happened in an attunement that just happened. And so it's so beautiful. And yeah, so yeah, I feel my guide so here right now. Breathe. One more time. One more time. Thank you. Thank you. I can feel them like stabilizing my energy. Like I can breathe. Well, I want to talk about something that happened in the attunement. This beautiful soul had a question for the multiverse, and it was beautiful how the multiverse brought it forward into such clarity. But when I was filling into this, how I should bring this forward, they actually want me to do an exercise with you. So the energy that's going to come through me is going to come through you, and we're going to do an exercise in our womb, in our bellies, in our womb. Even men can do this. The question that she asked, she was like, I'm trying to grasp it. She asked that she feels sometimes kicking in her belly when she's not even pregnant. And she's an older woman, and she goes, she don't understand this. Well, the multiverse brought it forward in clarity. So first we're going to do the exercise. So we're going to breathe in, and I want you to really stimulate this area, your womb area, your belly area. I want you to really just stimulate this area right here. I want you to take some really deep breaths and ground the energy in. Breathe again. Deep breaths. Now I want you to pull your hands away from your belly. Do you feel your womb? I do big time. Wow. And I can feel movement in my womb. As you're feeling into it, just recognize it and let it run through you. Let it birth itself. Beautiful. And how I felt it for me, what the multiverse came forward was there's two things happening when this is happening. When we are giving a birth, it's energetically a real life birth, and men and women both have it. We carry energetic wombs, and our creations are created. So you may be getting a kick in your belly. It feels like a phantom kick because you know you're not pregnant, but actually you are. You're rebirthing something new inside of you. That's one thing that it could be. You're rebirthing something new inside of you. The second thing it could be is we're connecting more with our parallel dimensions of ourselves. So in these parallel dimensions of ourself, you may be pregnant in a parallel, and you're feeling it in this time in your dimension, even though it's happening somewhere else. Yet it's part of you, and you're feeling it. Now I ask, how do I know the difference? If it's in another paradigm of me, or am I rebirthing something new within myself? So, like right now, when we did this, when I felt the birth, I felt my whole body, it birthed into my whole beingness. And I've recognized that when I've had other births, I could feel them like I'm giving birth out of my vagina. And I feel that that's when you're giving birth in another paradigm. So as we are becoming more aware of what's happening in our physical bodies, it's not really to get, wrapped up. I'm like the investigator of my life sometimes, and yes, it does block me sometimes, but I've recognized when those blocks do occur. So, because I get instantly, I feel like a disturbance, a frustration. So, and then I usually have to go to, I surrender whatever it is, and I'm not locking myself here anymore about what's happening. So, really trust what, if you're going in your womb is birthing into something, just recognize where it's coming to. There's no judgment, what is happening, and just, be joyous that, wow, something new's coming forward. You can feel it. You can feel it in your whole being. At least I do. Another thing that I want to bring forward, I was actually going to bring this forward in another video, but my guys are bringing it forward right now. Be very aware of your distractions. Just like, and I've been really aware of this, actually for the last couple months, but when I am going to do something and I will distract myself, and sometimes it's unconsciously, I will unconsciously distract myself from doing something that if I had just kept lining up for myself, I don't think that it would have been any different. It's just showing me this distraction. So what I mean is, like, something energetic will show up and I got something going on in my life. So I don't take those 5 minutes, to just really align to what's happening inside my body. I distract myself. And I noticed in those distractions that there sets a little bit of resistance as I'm aligning back to that energy that was coming forward earlier. So I feel like this little bit of resistance is happening in my system. So I've been very aware of how my subconscious is like sometimes I receive the energy or the information, and I'm like, okay, I can't deal with this right now, but actually I can. And it's taken me a while to realize that I can, by just not letting myself be distracted. So what I mean is, so say I'm busy through my life. I can take those couple of seconds, breathe, allow whatever's coming forward through my energy, or information that's coming through my energy, or whatever's going on, that I just take those couple of moments for myself. And then I see that the distraction is showing me where I am setting up these little pieces of resistance. That's all. No big deal. So, pay attention to your distractions. When things are coming forward, are you pushing them away? Are you not dealing with them at the moment that they're coming forward? Just be aware of this. Don't judge it. And when you catch yourself, you're like, oh yeah, I'm distracting myself right now. I'm not realizing it. That's when you catch yourself and you're like, oh man, why didn't I realize this earlier? All these thoughts come in. Let that go, let that go, let that go, let that go. Now, be proud of yourself. Oh my God, I caught myself. Yes. I let this distraction go, whatever it is. I let it go. And then when you feel a little bit of resistance going into the energy or whatever's coming forward, let it go. We're learning our energy of how we have once done things and how we're doing things now. And it's really confirmation with myself of how I have, you set up your own barriers and you don't realize it. I want to bring forward something too that was very beautiful. I did an attunement yesterday, and after I got out of attunement, I can't tell you anything that happened in that attunement. It's not meant for me to it's not meant for me to recognize that. So, not right now. So, but this word kept coming, and it was renegade, renegade, and it kept playing and playing and playing, and I was like, and I felt the love, and I asked, where is this word coming from? And I felt Gaia. And I felt, as I was letting this, it was kind of making me frustrated, so I looked up the word I want to show you right now. And renegade means a person who has deserted, betrayed an organization, country, or set of principles. An agent who later turns out to be a renegade. The objective, having tremendous change alliance, a renegade bodyguard. And when I was feeling into that, I was feeling like, I've actually felt like children. And I felt into, that's how far I've come. And, when we're looking back at our life, we should only be looking back to recognize how far we've came in our life. And that really made me recognize how far I came in my life. Just that one little word. Also, too, then kind of doubt came up. Because I was like, why is Gaia using a word to call us? Because she was saying the collective is a renegade. And I was like, what? And I was like, because Gaia's never really, in my perception, ever called us names. And then it took me to another awareness of my own channel. It's so beautiful. So when I was checking into that, and I came into doubt about that, and I had to go through my own process about that, I realized I was sitting in my hot tub, and Gaia comes forward, and she says, I produce the frequency, and your consciousness attaches itself to the frequency to a word, and then that is what's spewed out. And I was like, oh my God, that's how they do all this channeling stuff. I have never got that close, and like this one word has taught me so much, how far I've came, and how my consciousness, from the frequency of the channels that come through me, how they connect into my consciousness. And so their frequency comes forward and it connects to different particular words. And it's so beautiful how that unfolded for me in its purity. So I'm so grateful for my full experience and how I'm moving through one thing to another, which we all are. We all are. We all are. So I send love to all of you. I send love to all of you. We got this. We got this. We got this. Have an amazing weekend.